Good afternoon everyone, respected teacher and all my classmates. Today I am here to present the presentation about the developing a schedule of quantities for selected threads using my Microsoft Excel. So my agenda is setting up Excel spreadsheet, take of quantities, bar bending schedules, abstracts, schedule of quantities, rate breakdown and conclusion. First of all, the setting of the spreadsheet. When we open the Excel sheet, our Excel sheet is like a mess, and our file is like a sky, like we have the unlimited sheets there. So first of all, we have to make our orientation portrait and make it in the A4 size. Then we will start the setting off the spreadsheet. First of all is the takeoff quantities. For takeoff quantities, we have to mention the serial number and the description, unit factors, length, width, depth, and quantity. After that, for bar bending schedules, the bar mark, bar type and size, number of members, number of each, number of total bar required, shape, length of each bar, and total length. We have to accurately setting up the spreadsheet because we are using different types of descriptions and different types of format for different takeoffs and quantity takeoffs. Third one is the abstract. In abstracts, we are using the serial numbers, description, unit, total quantity, and comments. After that, schedule of quantities. So in schedules of quantities, we take item, description, unit, quantity, rate, amount. And lastly, the rates breakdown. In rates breakdown, we consider items, description, unit, quantity, rate, amount, and remarks. So this is the drawings that we take on for preparing Excel spreadsheet. And for the takeoff quantities. So quantity takeoff is the process of calculating the quantities of materials required in the construction project based on the drawings and specifications, and also it includes groundwork, concrete work, form works, reinforcement work, waterproofing membrane, etc. So this is the quantity takeoff sheet that I have done. So you can see that Excel spreadsheet of takeoff quantities. So this is the groundworks. First of all, we have to take the project. Which project is that? Which project we are going to construct? The project that I am going to construct is Auckland College of Engineering Buildings, and it is prepared by me, Ina Sangase, and date. So in serial number, we serially mention the number, and in description we describe about the what quantity we are going to take off as per the New Australian and New Zealand standard method of measurement books. So the unit for different works is different, so we have to precisely mention the unit for each and every works and threads. So as you see that the groundworks have meter cube and the concrete works have meter cube, but the blinding works have meter square, and attached beams also, all this stuff has meter cube, the com work has meter square, and the bar bending schedules have measured in ton. So the factor is the number, that how many times they are coming, and the length, width, and depth we take it from the drawings. So for the example, in the groundworks for pit excavation, as depth is 1 to 2 meters. So we consider the 1 to 2 meters we mention here as for the standard method of measurement, and the factors, and we calculate as into the quantity, and the quantity is in the meter cube, as you know that the unit. So as for the concrete works, attached beams all are the same. And this is also for the quantity takeoff. The remaining for reinforcement that I have mentioned, that the reinforcement we have we take as the ton. And the second, this is also the quantity takeoff, and this one is for the bar bending schedule. The bar bending schedule is an Excel document that provides details of reinforcement steel bars used in the construction project, helps in budgeting and procurement, ensures that the reinforcement bar are used as per the design specification, maintaining structural integrity and safety. The bar bar type and the size is mentioned in the drawing, structural drawing clearly. So I will show you here. So this is for the slabs. You can see the cross section of the ground slab here, and another is for the column and pad footings and ground beams and layout of the grounds. These are the bar bending. These are the sheet that we are calculating about bar bending schedule. So as I mentioned before, in the bar bending schedule also we have to consider the project, prepare by, and the date. So in the bar mark you can see there in footing BM098. This is the bar mark, which type of bar we are using. And bar type and size T12, T12, T6, we are saying that this is the diameter of the bar that we are using, and the number of members, like the footing is coming 10 times, so we consider 10 times here, and the number of is 7. We can say in the drawing, it's clearly mentioned in the drawings. If it is not mentioned, we can calculate by total length by spacing, and for others we have to add 1, but for square-ups like that we have to add 1 as per the drawing. So this is also the bar bending. The total bar bending for my is 663.36 in ton. So the abstracts provides the overall overview of total quantities of groundworks, concrete works, formworks, and reinforcement, etc. And you can see that it gives the total quantity that we already calculated this quantity in the quantity take of 6. So for the easier view and for easier understanding and for the contractors and communication purpose, we take the abstract sheet and we take the quantity, and we also mention from where we take those values. So this is the abstract sheet and the schedule of quantities. The schedule of the quantities is the Excel documents which shows a list of works alongside a list of rates and amount to perform those works. It describes the individual items of the work and quantity that make up a complete building. So this is the schedule of quantities. We just mentioned here description and amount, but we don't need to mention who prepared this because the schedule of quantities is a document that the contractor submit for the bidding purposes. So this is the groundworks SOQ. We prepare for the SOQ for different works in different set. We don't mess up like this in the same set. So this is my schedule of quantities for concrete works, and this is for formworks. Formworks, see, we always calculate the formworks in meter square. We have to mention it accurately. And the schedule of quantities for reinforcement. We all of this in ton. First we get the diameter in mm, then we have to convert it into kg, and also after that we have to convert it dividing 1000. It comes to the ton. So this is for schedule of quantities for form wall and waterproofing members. You can clearly see that I've mentioned in different areas. This is the wet bed grounds, and wet bed grounds, it helps to calculate the per square, per cubic meter, ton, etc. rate to calculate the total rate required to complete the project. By calculating labor, material, power plant, and subcontractor numbers, requirement, and rates per hour with an additional certain percentage of overhead charge, it helps to find out the total amount for preparing SOQ. So you can clearly see that in the rate breakdown structure, like in the pit excavation, you see the labor, plant, materials, we taken it and we calculate it as their per hour rate, and we calculate the amount, like quantity, how many labors we are taking, about the quantities, and like so on. So this is for the blinding concrete. So after that, also we have to, I'm concerning about the unit, we have to mention the unit here clearly also, because this is the bidding document. And also the rate breakdown for concrete footings, and grade breakdowns of formwork footings and reinforcement footings and so on for different sets and finally the conclusion. To conclude, this project cost 44.981 New Zealand dollar to complete as per the schedule of quantity summary sheet. And it is mandatory to mention accurate units for each item of work. So unit conversion should be applied wherever required, and measurements should be taken accurately while preparing takeoff quantities. All the values need to be precise and linked properly for consistency. Thank you.
Welcome. What is the purpose of SOQ?
Schedule of quantities is first of all to understand that we be with the schedule of quantities. So we have to, the purpose of schedule of quantities, like we have mentioned the cost and the per hour rate of the labors, materials, and also we include the overhead charge for the company's profit margin. Also we say that the indirect cost that comes in the construction project, like the for rent and the bills, like that, those purpose because it
How do you take off reinforcement?
Okay, reinforcement. Reinforcement has different diameters. So to take out the reinforcement, first we calculate as per the drawing, as per we see the drawing, and we find out its length, and then the length is in mm, we convert it into kg, and then after that we convert it into ton. So it gives the overall quantity of the reinforcement required for the construction project.
Okay, thank you.